And that means we're up to the number one song of the decade. A smash by a singer and songwriter from Wales who unconsciously borrowed some of the lyrics from a romance novel. Here's the story. As a rule, this woman writes her own lyrics, and in this case, that's what she thought she was doing. She says she had wanted to write a song based on the book Love for Lydia by writer H.E. Bates ever since she first read it. But she says every time she tried, she hated what she wrote. The words always seemed too sugary for a pop song. Then one day in 1994, she went out for a walk. As she strolled along, a melody started forming in her mind, and then words started to take shape to go along with the melody. She says she quickly scribbled the words down on a piece of paper and headed for home to finish the song, which she says she did in a matter of minutes. And then as she started reading the words to herself, she realized they seemed very familiar. She looked on her shelf for the book Love for Lydia, and when she found it, she skimmed through the book and discovered she had lifted the chorus word for word right out of that book. And they were perfect. She says, quote, "It became a very simple song about people falling in love in the summer." Well, the songwriter from Wales asked for and received permission from the book's publisher to use those words. And back in 1996, that song spent 12 weeks at number one. And in our wrap-up of the top hits of the decade, it soars all the way to the top. The number one song of the 1990s on American Top 40 is Donna Lewis's I Love You Always Forever. There it is, the number one song of the decade on American Top 40, I Love You Always Forever by Donna Lewis. And there you have them, the 40 biggest hits of the 1990s as tabulated by AT40 based on the weekly charts of Radio and Records, the industry's number one newspaper. American Top 40 is a production of AM/FM Radio Networks, a division of AM/FM Incorporated. AT40 was created by Casey Kasem and Don Bustani. Produced by Lori Crimmy. Our staff includes Meryl Schindler, Bill Strom, Matt Wilson, Michelle Parisi, and Carrie Kasem. Production and engineering by Michael Cooper, Dee Dee Ehrlich, Ray Hernandez, and Ross Cohen. My name's Casey Kasem. Until next week, when we'll return with our first survey of the new millennium, keep your feet in the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Magic.